The Oklahoma City Thunder are officially getting a new home, and this is one of the most important arena projects in the NBA right now. The building is called Continental Coliseum, and once it opens, it will replace Paycom Center as the Thunder's home arena in downtown Oklahoma City. The project broke ground on March 26, 2026, just 2 days after the Thunder and Continental Resources announced the arena's 15-year naming rights agreement. The arena is targeted for completion in late summer 2028, in time for the 2028-29 NBA season, with a contractual deadline requiring it to open no later than June 2029. For Oklahoma City, this is a major statement. The Thunder arrived from Seattle in 2008, played their way into becoming one of the city's defining institutions, and now the city is building a new arena designed to keep the franchise in Oklahoma City for decades. The agreements approved between the city and the team are meant to keep the Thunder in OKC through at least 2053, with the 25-year commitment beginning once the team moves into the new building. Continental Coliseum is being built in the heart of downtown Oklahoma City, on the site of the former Arena and Convention Center block bounded by Reno Avenue, Ron Norick Boulevard, Sheridan Avenue, and E.K. Gaylord Boulevard. That previous complex dated back to 1972, when it opened as the Myriad Convention Center, before going through later names and uses over the years. Demolition began in 2025 and cleared the way for the new arena project. The current Paycom Center will remain the Thunder's home until the new building is ready. When Continental Coliseum opens, Paycom Center will be about 26 years old. In NBA arena terms, that is not ancient, but it is old enough that Oklahoma City had to decide whether it wanted to keep renovating the existing building or make a much larger investment in a new downtown arena. The city chose the second option. The cost of the project has generally been reported at around $900 million, though some local coverage has described the broader project as costing a little more than $1 billion, depending on related costs and framing. The city's official background describes the new arena as a $900 million publicly owned facility of at least 750,000 square feet. The funding structure is one of the biggest pieces of this story. Oklahoma City voters approved the arena plan in December 2023, with about 71% voting in favor. The building is funded mainly through a 72-month 1-cent sales tax that begins after the MAPS 4 tax ends, meaning the city's overall sales tax rate is not scheduled to increase because of this project. The funding also includes $78 million in MAPS 4 funding and $50 million from the Thunder ownership group. This is a city that spent years building itself into a major league sports market, and the Thunder became the proof of that growth. The new arena is the next step in that same direction. A bigger, newer, more revenue-capable building designed for modern NBA standards. The design team is led by Manica Architecture as design architect, with TVS serving as architect of record. The construction team is Flintco Mortensen, bringing together Tulsa-based Flintco and Mortensen, a major sports and entertainment builder with projects including Chase Center, Allegiant Stadium, Climate Pledge Arena, US Bank Stadium, Fiserv Forum, and Truist Park. Visually, the biggest design feature is the arena's 360-degree glass curtain wall. The idea is to make the building feel open from the concourses, giving fans panoramic views out toward downtown Oklahoma City. Instead of creating a closed-off arena box, the design tries to connect the interior of the venue with the surrounding city. The west-facing main entrance is another major part of the design. It is aligned with the nearby Myriad Botanical Gardens, and the arena's arrival sequence is planned around a grand podium and elevated main entrance. At street level, the project includes Thunder Alley, a fan activation zone built into the arena footprint. That area is meant to become part of the game day atmosphere before fans even enter the building. Inside, the focus is basketball first. The arena is being planned with optimized sightlines and a seating design intended to create a loud, tight, energetic NBA environment. That matters for Oklahoma City because the Thunder already have one of the league's more intense home atmospheres. The phrase "loud city" has been tied to the franchise for years, and the new building is clearly being shaped around preserving that advantage, rather than turning the arena into a generic, multi-purpose shell. One important detail is that the final seating capacity has not been announced yet. Some arenas reveal capacity early, but in this case, the confirmed details focus more on square footage, design features, location, project cost, and opening timeline. What we can say accurately is that the building is planned to meet or exceed NBA specifications and requirements, maximize team revenue opportunities, and serve both Thunder basketball and other major events. The naming rights deal also fits the local angle of the project. Continental Resources is based in Oklahoma City, and the Thunder framed the partnership around having an Oklahoma company attached to this next era of the franchise. The deal runs for 15 years, and the name Continental Coliseum is already being used on project materials, construction fencing, and future signage plans. That name also gives the building a different feel compared with a standard corporate arena name. Coliseum carries a more traditional sports venue sound, which is probably intentional. In a league filled with centers, arenas, and field houses, Continental Coliseum gives Oklahoma City's new building a slightly more distinct identity. It still has the corporate partner attached, but the overall name feels more like a venue brand than a simple sponsorship label. The new arena also has a direct connection to Oklahoma City's broader downtown development. City leaders have described it as the most ambitious public project in Oklahoma City's history. That may sound like a big claim, but it makes sense when you look at the price tag, location, and long-term purpose. This is not a suburban sports complex or a building placed on the edge of the market. It is being built downtown, beside other civic and entertainment assets, and it is meant to keep Thunder games, concerts, and large-scale events in the center of the city. That downtown placement is important because arenas work differently from football stadiums. An NBA arena has more event dates, more foot traffic, and more chances to support nearby restaurants, hotels, bars, parking, and entertainment spaces. Between Thunder home games, concerts, college events, family shows, and other bookings, Continental Coliseum is expected to become one of the busiest buildings in the city. The current Paycom Center helped prove that Oklahoma City could support the NBA. It opened in 2002 as the Ford Center before the Thunder arrived in 2008. Over time, it became the building where the franchise built its identity, from the Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook years to the current Shai Gilgeous-Alexander era. But Paycom Center was not originally built with a long-term NBA tenant in mind, at the level modern franchises now demand. That is the real reason this project moved forward. Modern NBA arenas are no longer judged only by seat count. They are judged by premium spaces, club areas, concourses, food and beverage revenue, sponsorship inventory, digital infrastructure, locker room standards, player facilities, broadcast requirements, and how easily the building can host events beyond basketball. Oklahoma City could keep upgrading Paycom Center, but the city and team decided a new building was the cleaner, long-term answer. Continental Coliseum is also tied to the Thunder's lease security. Under the approved arena use agreement, the Thunder's 25-year commitment starts when the team enters the new building. The agreement also includes financial penalties if the team leaves early, including a $1 billion payment if the franchise leaves within the first 5 years after moving into the new arena. That structure matters because public arena projects always bring the same debate. How much should taxpayers contribute, and what does the city get back? In Oklahoma City's case, voters approved the plan by a large margin, and the city secured a long-term commitment from the team. Supporters see it as a way to protect Oklahoma City's NBA status, maintain downtown momentum, and keep major events flowing through the city. There are fair questions around public funding, especially when the team contribution is $50 million on a project officially described at $900 million. That is part of the broader conversation around modern sports venues across North America. But in Oklahoma City, the vote showed clear public support, and the team's importance to the city's identity made the project politically viable. Once complete, Continental Coliseum will become the Thunder's third major home identity in Oklahoma City history, following the Ford Center/Chesapeake Energy Arena/Paycom Center era. The name changes at the current arena told one part of the story, but the new building represents a much larger shift. It is the first arena built specifically for the Thunder as an established Oklahoma City franchise. That distinction matters. When the team arrived in 2008, Oklahoma City was still proving itself as an NBA city. By the time Continental Coliseum opens, the Thunder will have spent 2 decades in the market, built a strong fan base, developed one of the NBA's best young cores, and become one of the city's most recognizable brands. The new arena is being built from that position of confidence. From a stadium and arena perspective, Continental Coliseum is one of the more interesting NBA projects because it is not happening in a market people usually associate with massive sports construction spending. This is not Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, or Las Vegas. It is Oklahoma City making a serious, long-term play to protect and strengthen its position in the NBA. The timeline now becomes the thing to watch. Groundbreaking is complete, the site has been cleared, construction is moving forward, and the target is late summer 2028. If everything stays on schedule, the Thunder will begin the 2028-29 season inside Continental Coliseum. If delays happen, the agreement still requires the new arena to open no later than June 2029. For now, Thunder fans still have a few more seasons at Paycom Center. That building will remain part of the franchise's history, but the future is already under construction a short distance away. Continental Coliseum is planned as a modern NBA arena, a downtown landmark, and a long-term anchor for Oklahoma City's sports identity. When it opens, the Thunder will not simply be moving into a newer building. They will be entering the next era of the franchise in a venue designed around the team, the fans, and the city's ambition to remain an NBA market for generations. For Oklahoma City, that is the real significance of Continental Coliseum. It is a construction project, a business deal, a civic investment, and a statement that the Thunder are staying home.
And that's our video today on the Oklahoma City Thunder Stadium. Let me know your thoughts and feedback down below. Maybe I might have missed something. Maybe I added something new that you didn't know about. Needless to say, my name is Justin. I'll see you next time on TFC Stadiums. Ciao.